our first topic today is going to be on the terrorist group walking towards America. I think it's
You mean the full-on army invasion from Honduras?
gang members, terrorists.
Genius. It's genius. Rather than actually having your army dressed in army fatigues march towards the border, because that's the way you invade a country, is you just march at the border.
Right.
They have like regular poor people and gang members.
Yeah,
Doing
there's
it,
like
so that's
babies
kind of
and
genius.
strollers. There's men, women, kids.
I
of
bet
all
there's
ages.
bombs on those babies, bro.
They must be tied in those carriages or something. 'Cause I'm not
Definitely,
really sure.
definitely. I kind of don't even want to give the fucking caravan a goddamn time. Like, I hate that we have to talk about it because it's probably gonna be gone by the time it gets to our border anyway.
That's what I wonder is like. I mean,
It's
they
gonna
say
have dispersed.
they said it's 7,000 strong right now. I don't know how many of those people are gonna make it all the way to the United States. Okay. Yeah, 7,000 strong. Trump and his cronies and white supremacists and people who don't know anything about migrants have just making it sound super dangerous just so that anyone that's listening to them thinks it's some kind of invasion of some kind.
I saw clips from Fox News, the people calling it full-scale invasions, and they're not being laughed off of TV, which they should be laughed off.
They did not say that.
The woman said full-scale invasion. Full scale. What? There's babies. They're holding babies in their arms.
It's like D-Day, dude.
How the fuck are you right? How are you going to invade a country with a goddamn toddler? You kidding
They did
me?
not say that on Fox News.
Let me find the fucking clip. I'm going to send it to you. You keep talking. I'm going to send you this clip. It's insane.
All right, guys. Yeah. So, like they said, full-on invasion. I found this. Somebody posted this. It's called "Children of the Caravan," and it's from Reuters. They collected a bunch of pictures of these terrorists together here, so we can go through some of these. There's a sleeping terrorist on the shoulders of a man. There's another terrorist laying down on the street there. You can see all the other terrorists in the background.
I love that you have the courage to call them what they are.
Here's a terrorist who looks pretty scared herself or himself, wading through what looks like a river crossing somewhere.
Those pictures are awesome, though. I do love those pictures.
Yeah. Whoever they are, Andres Latif, Leah Millis. Thank you for showing these and sharing these with us.
Those are incredible.
They're incredible. 32 photos.
Someday we'll follow a caravan.
Here's another terrorist sleeping somewhere. There's one with a wheelchair. She got the hat on.
So I wanted to explain one thing too. You remember that fight I got in on Facebook with that guy on your post?
Oh yeah, of course, yeah.
Did you see him give in though?
Oh, he gave in?
Before he deleted it?
No, I didn't see the last part, and then he deleted it.
So the last
Hold
thing
on, let's do a little backstory. Let's do a little backstory about it. So
basically, go ahead.
I accidentally shared this video on my wall. I don't ever share anything on my wall.
Oh, you didn't even mean to?
No, I was trying to send it to you, and I hit
that's so
share.
funny.
It popped up. I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I don't care. Whatever.
Right.
What's the worst thing that could happen?
Yeah, so he posted this video. What's the video? The video was the helicopter that was fucking like blowing these people away.
We can
Jesus
show the
Christ.
helicopter. We can show the clip real quick.
Yeah, they're just blowing on these people trying to keep them from crossing that river, which is just so stupid. And I was pissed off too because it's the Mexican army doing our dirty work, which is just like, don't do Trump's dirty work. Let Trump deal with the non-problem. But yeah.
Okay, so I shared this video on my wall. Okay, I don't
Right.
share anything on my wall. Some guy from our hometown loved the video so much he decided to start posting some racist bullshit on there.
Yeah, he was trolling for sure. I mean, it was classic like MAGA troll where he's like posting memes about. He's posted one which was really fucking dumb of like Dora the Explorer with a gun at her face or something. Like it's like
yeah, it was like a gun in her face, and the army guy was like stepping on her.
Yeah, it's like great. Yeah,
okay,
that
cool.
sounds. That's really what you like. That you like when
he loves
army guys step on people's faces. So anyway, he's talking about they're sending the troops down there, so they're gonna turn them away. And I just was like, oh, they're gonna turn them away because they're coming in illegally. And I was like, how is it illegal? That's all I said. The first thing I said, how is it illegal? And he said they should do it the proper way. Go to their embassy and get asylum status. And I said, it is completely legal in the Constitution and international law to walk up to a border port and ask for asylum. It's absolutely one of the totally legal ways to migrate to this country. And then he goes, yeah, well, they're not doing that. They're crossing the border. And I was like, I just said like, that's just not true. And we don't know that yet anyway, because they're 1,000 miles away. Anyway, he kept like backing off of his claim, right? And the final thing was, well, if any of them do try or something, it was like the troops are gonna stop them. And I was like, the troops aren't gonna do anything. The caravan's probably not gonna even be that big when it gets here. It's just all for Trump to pump up his base and his followers. And the thing is, as I said, the people, his base, his followers. I wasn't like calling this guy a Trump follower. I was just like, he's doing it to get these people riled up. And I thought he's going to go two ways on that one. Either he was going to go, we aren't getting riled up. Like we're getting riled up because, making himself a Trump supporter, or he was going to use that opportunity, which he did, to back off and go, yeah, that's what Trump's doing, which it clearly is. And that's what he did. His last post was...
That's what he did.
His last post was, you're right. That was his last post.
You're kidding
You're
me.
right.
And then he
Not kidding. And then he deleted the whole
deleted the thread. He deleted the thread. And I was like, what happened to the thread? And it was gone.
So that was his last post was, you're right. And it's like, so funny. So funny.
So Mike was getting his ass. Our boy CV was also got his ass right out the gates.
Yeah, he got him with some grammar police shit, which I loved. I love that. That's a good way to rile people up.
Yeah, they're like, God damn it. Full
and this isn't Trump. This isn't Trump. This is people on Fox. But this is the rhetoric. This is what the Trump people are listening to right now.
As we look at this caravan heading toward the United States, it sounds like...
And you can see if this is your only indication. I mean, I'd be scared too.
Yeah, look at them. Look how crazy that is.
They're animals.
For people who are tuning in for the first time, when I'm calling them terrorists, they're not actually terrorists. Just in case.
I mean, I think it's pretty obvious you're being sarcastic.
Oh, wait a second.
Right?
Okay, hold on. There, she said it. The Asian lady said it.
Did you hear it? The Asian lady?
Mm-hmm. It is a full-scale invasion by a hostile force, and it requires our president...
Did you hear that?
That's enough. That's enough.
But that's what these Trump people are listening to. That's the rhetoric they're hearing. So, I mean, if I was dumb, I would be scared too. I'd be like, fuck, this is crazy. It's an invasion. Holy shit.
It's really unbelievable that they would even say that.
Because they're already worried about the fact that they feel like white people are being edged out. Mm-hmm. They're already worried about that. So then you add this and it's like, oh God, what are we going to do? It's like, anyway,
just to top that full-scale invasion on, I'm gonna scroll through the other gallery of these so-called terrorists that they're guys. If you're looking at this, these people are not coming here to invade us. I highly doubt they're even going to attempt to cross our border by the time they get here.
It's so silly that we even have to say that.
Yeah, right. And
that we even have to say these people are not coming to invade us. It's poor people. They're poor. They have nothing. They have their family and their clothes on their back. That is all they fucking. Would you? Okay. People also talk, even if you didn't think it was an invasion, people talking about they're coming here because, I saw somebody, God damn it, I saw somebody post a picture of a guy in the caravan and he had a Domino's shirt on. It had a Domino's logo on it. Okay. And he was like, bro got deported while delivering pizzas, but he's back for more for his job again. And it's
he's
like
wearing a Domino's shirt.
I was like, okay, you had a pizza delivery job in America and you got deported, if that's even what would happen. You telling me they're coming back for a pizza delivery job?
Yeah, man.
For 1,000 miles, do you understand how hard it is to walk 1,000 fucking miles?
Yeah, they're doing 30 miles a day. 30 miles a day.
That's crazy. So that alone is insane to me that people even think that like walking 1,000 miles or 1,500 miles is easy or better than just staying. Like, it has to be that bad in your home country for you to want to do that.
It's not even that it has to be that bad. It actually is.
It is. Bad. It has to be because you wouldn't walk. You have to understand what are the circumstances in which you, person out there, would go, I am going to leave everything I own right here.
Everything.
And I'm going to walk 1,000 miles that way with my family. Walk. What would the circumstances have to be for you to do that? That is what's happening in their home country. And if you think otherwise, you're insane. You're insane to think that these people just love walking fucking 1,000 miles.
Hey, hun, I got a great idea for our next 2 months.
Right?
Let's just go for it.
Just walk.
There's,
Fuck it.
I have no plan. Like, I don't even know what's gonna happen at the end. Let's just go.
Nope.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like this country's all right, and I got some good stuff, but they have like slightly better jobs in the United States. So let's just leave our shit here. Go there. Give it a shot.
Probably leave half your family that don't want to do it, that can't do it, that won't be able to do it.
And the rhetoric in America is that we're monsters and they want to kill us. But let's go anyway. Seems easy.
Yeah. You've heard all the bad stuff going on with.
You gotta understand, they've heard all this shit, and they still are coming. It's not like they don't know that we hate them.
Nope.
They know.
No, they don't know, dude. They don't know. They don't know shit.
Fucking
apparently.
insane.
Yeah. So, this is my favorite picture of all the ones that I saw. The little girl wearing the fucking American flag dress. Dude.
Yeah. That one's good.
Just ridiculous. So if this caravan does make it here, Trump, I Googled throw rocks into Google, and as you can see, we've got the Cheeto
T-Dog
in it, and if you want to purchase some pillows that look like rocks, there's some there. Trump now says if migrants throw rocks, military will respond with paper or scissors. Ooh.
And this is a dangerous rhetoric, and I don't like to bring it up because it's like people are going to say false equivalency, but this is what they do in Palestine. So they shoot people who throw rocks because they say it's dangerous.
But here's my thing that I was contemplating too, was like, yeah, they're migrants, but that honestly doesn't make all of them good people, right? It only takes one asshole from America and one asshole from the Migrant Caravan to kickstart something absolutely horrible.
Right. But that's the thing, is that yes, there's one migrant guy who's an asshole, but then our troops should all be trained to not do any, like.
Well, if we open fire, if God forbid, whatever.
Jesus Christ.
I'm not sure what would happen next.
So there was an incident in the 90s where this happened. The last time troops were sent to the border was because of a drug trafficking case.
Okay.
There was somebody they knew about a drug traffic. I forget the details. They were coming over the border and they sent troops to deal with this group of people trafficking drugs. and like a kid who was herding his goats accidentally crossed the border and was shot by a army,
Sure.
by a troop, and it was wild. I mean, it was bad. I think the guy got court-martialed or something, but yeah, I mean, I don't know what's going to happen. I hope that if anything happens, it's not deadly. I mean, I don't. If you saw troops and you were a migrant from Honduras, would you really try to fuck with a troop? I don't think you would.
I hope not.
I just don't think you would do that. So let's see. I mean, I hope not too. Yeah.
The other thing I heard was militia is also showing up to the Texas border.
Well, that's a whole other thing, and that the troops better deal with. If I want the American troops to deal with anything down there, it's vigilante militias attempting to take the shit into their own hands, because that is dangerous.
The invasion,
that will be where we see
coming to
some
protect the
shooting.
border from the invasion. That's literally what the militia is probably thinking. That's probably what they're telling each other.
Yeah. Definitely. And they should be arrested. I mean, that is illegal. And if they show up, but they'll be treated like that militia was treated in fucking Portland back in. Remember that militia that took over?
No, I don't remember that.
There was some like Oregon militia that took over a state house, and that none of they were arrested. None of them were shot. They were all armed, heavily armed, and it's because they were all white, and they dealt with them, and they took like a week to do this like negotiation with them. Whereas
nice.
if it was like, oh, there's a bunch of black guys holed up in a house and saying that they want gun rights, they'd be dead. They'd all be dead. And so this is the problem, is that it's going to be these white militias down on the border, and I think they're going to treat them with way more fairness than they deserve.
Of course.
And that's when something bad might happen.
Yeah, somebody had brought that up to me, and I was like, I didn't even think about the fucking militia being there, and that alone is a scary thought, guys.
Yeah, it's fucked up.
It's really fucked up. It's fucked up for everybody that is going to be a part of this, not only the troops, the militia, the caravan, obviously, but there will be bystanders there, people who work the border. There's going to be people protesting, probably. There's going to be journalists. I mean, it's not just troops versus the caravan at that point. And
right. Well, what I'm hoping, and what I actually think will happen, I think the caravan will be so small that everybody will be embarrassed, and
yeah, that would be great, because
I think they're gonna lie. I think it's gonna be 500.
We have multiple.
Maybe
multiple
1,000
borders.
people.
Some of them are going to Tijuana.
Yeah,
some of them are going to Arizona. Some of them are going to Texas. It really depends. And
my prediction is it's gonna be 1,000 people lined up at different ports, and they're just gonna wait to apply for asylum, and probably about 300 to 400, just like last time, are gonna get in, and I really hope nobody tries to cross the border. Nobody tries to do anything, because, I mean, they don't have to. They just should apply for refugee status.
And again, hopefully, the Mexican government is going to be there to meet them, to tell them that, like, hey, listen, this is how it's going to go down.
Right.
They have to have control over this, or else we'll be talking about something else in a couple weeks about this caravan.
Yeah, I mean, I predict nothing will happen. We'll see.
Okay. Yeah, guys. So if you've been following this story, tell us your thoughts. This is not an invasion. This is just a large caravan coming from Honduras, which is obviously in a really bad state right now.
Also, debate me all you want, but just to tell you my thoughts, we have plenty of resources and jobs to absorb, I would say, all of these. We could take all 7,000 of this caravan.
Let's do it.
And you literally would not see a difference, unless if you're anecdotally some landscaper who works right on the border, and maybe your job gets taken by an immigrant. But I really think there's just plenty of jobs that we don't want, that I know there are. I mean, they talk about how they can't fill jobs because they're too shitty, and we've been deporting people. So we have the resources to absorb all these people. I don't. Even if they all came in, you would not see a difference in your day-to-day suburban life. So
agreed. They're not going to take over your gated community, folks. Calm down.
They don't want to. They don't. Nobody cares. They don't care about you.